What's up, guys? It's CC coming back at you today with another video, and today I will be bringing y'all my Numeron deck profile. Without further ado, let's hop right on into it. We're going to start off with the main deck. We run triple copies of Numeron Wall. Basically a terraforming for the deck and also a battle fader. It says if you control no card, just set Numeron Walls. A quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Activate one Numeron network directly from your hand or deck. So, yeah. And like I said, with the battle fader effect, you can pretty much special summon this card from your hand and in the battle phase after the damage step. So, yep, really good card for the deck. Next, we run 3 Planet Pathfinder. We want to see our Numeron network as fast as we possibly can. And this helps do that with Numeron Wall. Now, granted, if this gets infinite and permanence, you know, it's not going to be good. But we need it because we want to see Numeron network as fast as we can. Next, for our hand traps, we run triple Ash Blossom, and Joyous Spring. You know, we run hand traps in this deck for one because we want to slow down our opponent as much as we can. And yeah, make them to where they do the minimalistic and OTK them the next turn if we go second, which a lot of times we will. This is a go in second build, which it can go first. Next, I run 2 Droll and Lockbird. Another really good hand trap. It pretty much says your opponent can add 1 card from their deck to their hand, but it'd be the only card they add from their deck to their hand. And then I run 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I'm running 2 and 1 because it's a little bit of variety. Yeah, I could run 3 Droll, but I want to see a little bit of variety in my hand traps. If I see doubles of hand traps, I really don't like that. The reason why I run Ash at 3 is because it's the most generic, and I'm okay with seeing that at 2. Don't want to, but I'm okay with it. And next, I run 2 Nibiru. It somewhat conflicts with the deck, but not really, and you'll see why in a little bit. But yeah, another good hand trap, good board clear, give you a 3K monster, not bad. And then next, for our last monsters of the deck, I do run Dragoon in this deck. So 1 Dark Magician and 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. Next, I run 3 Numeron Network, the heart and soul of this deck. It says during the main phase, add 1 Numeron normal spell card that meets the activation conditions from your deck to the graveyard, and then it pretty much copies that card's effect. And then it also says you can only use this effect Numeron Network once per turn. Then Numeron XYZ monsters you control can activate their effects without detaching materials. And that is the big key thing for this deck, because you can summon out number 1, 2, 3, and 4 and activate their effects without having any materials on them. That's what makes the deck. This deck revolves around this card. Now, the spell card that you will be sending off Numeron Network would be Numeron Calling. This card pretty much just lets you special summon up to 4 Numeron Gate XYZ monsters with different names from your extra deck. So you special summon 1, 2, 3, and 4, or you can special summon just 1, 2, and 3 and kind of play around the Nibiru yourself. So next, for our 1-of spells, we run 1 Terraforming, the Negator Baiters, and the 1 Called by the Grave. Like I said, going second, these 2 are Negator Baiters. You want to be able to whiff out your opponent's negates, and this kind of stops your opponent from hand trapping you, because activating Numeron Network and getting ashed sucks, or ghost ogred sucks. Next, we run 3 Lightning Storm. Really good card in the deck. This deck does not bode well with back row, and that's another reason why we run Harpy's Feather Duster in the deck, to run 4 forms of back row removal. And these are also can be considered negator baiters, because if they have something to negate this, they will negate it, I promise you. Next, for Pot of Greed on steroids, we run 3 Memories of Hope. Pretty much what this card says is if you control hold on, I'll get it in just a second. This card says you could draw a number of cards equal to the number of XYZ monsters with different names you control. So if you control 1, 2, 3, and 4, you get to draw 4 cards. This card is better than Pot of Greed. I don't care what you say. It is Pot of Greed on steroids. Next, I run 3 Red Eyes Fusion. You might ask, why 3? Well, there's been several games that I played where I had Numeron Network and Red Eyes Fusion, and I was debating on which to activate, because I knew my opponent had several hand traps in their deck. So you know what I did? I activated Red Eyes Fusion. It pretty much wanted them to use Ash. They ashed my Red Eyes Fusion. So I then activated Numeron Network and proceeded to kill them. So that is why. Next, for our traps, I run 1 Red Reboot, also for back row, 2 Solemn Strike. Just helps you going first. If you have it in your hand to see it, it does help you going first, like I said. That's why I run it. And last, for the main deck, traps and hand traps, I run 3 Infinite and Permanents. Like I said, the whole reason behind hand traps is because you want to slow your opponent down as much as you possibly can, so you can easily kill them your turn. Next, for the extra deck, I run 2 number 1s. Pretty much all the 1, 2, 3, and 4 have the same effect, cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can detach 1 material from this card, double the attack of all Numeron monsters you currently control until the end of this turn. So when you summon out 1, 2, 3, and 4, they don't have no material, and that's where Numeron Network comes in. So you can activate their effect without detaching anything. So by the end of it, this number 1 doubles the rest of them after attacking to 2,000, and then 2 goes to 4,000, 3 goes to 8,000, and then the last card attacking goes to 16,000. Right? It goes 1 to 2, 2 to 4. Hold on. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. No, I'm sorry. It just goes to 8,000. Anyway, there's number 1. Here's number 2. There's number 3. And there is number 4. This is pretty much, besides the Dragoon, a pure Numeron build. That's why I'm running 2 of each. I did consider running 3 of each, but to me that was just a little too much. You want a grind game, and that's why I'm running 2 of each. But 3 to me is way too much. Running 3 of each is, so yeah. Next, for last of our Xyz monsters, I run 1 number C1 Numeron Chaos Gate Sunya. This is a really good card, but if your opponent has any way to get rid of your Numeron Network, this was summoned for no reason. This is a iffy card. It is a debatable card, but I do run it in here because it does come up every once in a while when I feel ballsy enough to summon it. So yeah, that's why it's in here, because it will single-handedly win you games. Next, for our first and last of the fusions, I'll run 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And for our link 4s, 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, 2 Infinitrack Fortress Megaclops. One little key thing with Megaclops is if you have it on the board and your opponent starts comboing off, you can Nibiru, and Nibiru doesn't affect Megaclops. So you can Nibiru and wipe their board and have Megaclops and a 3,000 attack Nibiru on your field and laugh at your opponent because you just nuked their board and you still have an unaffected monster on the field with 4,000 attack and cannot be destroyed by battle. Yeah, that's why I run Nibiru. 1 Yugioh and 1 Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. And that rounds up the extra deck. Alright guys, that has been it for another deck profile and video by me. Hope y'all guys enjoyed. If you have any deck suggestions that y'all would like to see, y'all let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. If you would, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.